Game 1, Blue Jays way in Toronto. Welcome to Rogers Center. The temperatures will be noticeable, yet the roof is wide open. It's the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set. And starting this one, Kevin Gausman. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
He's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
Guerrero takes it himself, one up, one down. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. Double play ball to second. Good feed. That's one. And that's two. No runs. And now for the Jays, George Springer. And a pitch. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
The pitch. Springer on the run. And a foul ball. Springer gets his lead at first with nobody out. Runner goes again. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Runner goes again. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and that was not close. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Hit hard on the ground to short. Crawford throws to first in time, and Guerrero is set down. Now it's Justin Turner. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Runner at second, two down.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability.
Slider got him for strike three. Nothing doing for. And welcome back to the ballpark. Mitch Garver up to hit here. And here it comes. That one out to right. And George makes the grab. And stepping in for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh. Missing inside, 1-0.
You know, Raleigh made history in 2023. He had a game with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs, becoming the first catcher in Mariners history to do that.
So a man aboard, and here's the first baseman, Ty France. In there at the knees. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Bichette toss to second. Their second double play already. This one ends the second. Back now in Toronto. Here's the third baseman, Cavan Biggio. And a pitch. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Next to hit, number 36. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking for, covering both sides. And with the stuff pitchers have today, you're just not going to have a lot of success.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. And he hits a ground ball right side. Steps on first for the out.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Serven in the 8th spot in today's lineup. They got him off of waivers earlier this season. The pitch. Bunting, but that's a foul ball. Two outs. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Jays open it up with a solo homer. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back after this. And we're back. Here's the left fielder, Luke Raley. Wouldn't chase that time. Out towards right center field. Springer on the move. Makes the grab. One down. Now batting Mitch Haniger. In the air left field. Varsho moving under it. And that quickly 2 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
On the ground. Fires over to Guerrero. And that'll do it. Mariners are down. Back here at Rogers Center. Bottom of the inning. And now for the Jays, Kevin Kiermaier. And he deals. Lifted in the air right center field. Rodriguez heads towards it. He's got it. And there's one away.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit. Trying to put the ball in the air.
Springer now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. 1 out. Base is empty. And a swing and a miss.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Wouldn't chase that time.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
And that's down and away.
It's a good take.
2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count off at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Popped up. Polanco under this one. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the 4th. And now for Seattle, J.P. Crawford. And that one is lifted in the air. He makes the grab. 1 away. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Hard ground ball. Base now. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Now it's the second baseman, Jorge Polanco. Ripped into right center. Base hit. The throw into second. And 2 aboard now as the lead runner stops at second. And now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Mitch Garver. Grounded to third. Could be 2. There's 1. And that's 2. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. Back now in Toronto. Bottom 4. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. And there's a foul ball. The wind of the pitch. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Rojas rolls across the diamond, and a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Kevin Biggio up to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. And downstairs. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
The 1-0. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Biggio off of first with 2 away. Way out front for strike 2.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and it clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Raley grabs it on the run. All set for the start of the inning. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Cal Raleigh. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And now the first baseman, Ty France. Swung on, belted. Varsho on the move, racing back. Going, gone.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Raley takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. To the right side, and it's through for a hit.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for him.
Biggio goes to second for 1. On to first, double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Rojas stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. On the ground right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And that's the 3rd out. 2 come in on this Seattle homer. And it's now a 2-1 ball. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Ball 1 there.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Ripped on the ground to second. Polanco tosses to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Next to hit, Brian Serven. Out to short, Crawford. Gets it to first. And a couple of quick outs. Here's Kiermaier now. He's 0 for 1. Up the middle, Polanco. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. No run. And we're back. Here's the shortstop at the plate, J.P. Crawford. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Snap throw down to second. The Mariners knew what they had. Signed him in July of 2017 for a little under $2 million when Rodriguez was just Biggio. Fires to second for 1, and that makes 5 double plays. 2 gone.
If you blink, you might miss it, and that's the magic of the 5-4-3 double play. It happens so fast, which is a huge reason why this is such a delicate sequence. The entire play will break down if one person has bad timing.
In the air, out towards right center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Back here at Rogers Center, John Shambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the sixth, George Springer. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
It's softly on the ground, left side. On to France. One away, bottom of the sixth. Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, I'm going to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
And that quickly, 2 away. So up next, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Bounce to the right. Polanco tosses to first. 3 up, 3 down. Top of inning number 7. And now it's going to be Mitch Garver. This to third. Gathers and throws to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Raleigh up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. And a base hit up the middle.
That's back-to-back singles for him. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
Varsho pulls it down. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. Long throw for the third out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 7th, and it'll bring up Justin Turner. Bounce to the left side. Rojas throws on to first, and Turner is retired. Now the third baseman, Kevin Biggio.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at bat.
Right side, hard hit. He handles it himself, and a couple of quick outs. Here's the second baseman.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Count 1-0.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. On the ground to short, Crawford. Whips it to first on the run. Throw not in time, and he's safe.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in.
And he can't come up with it. And he's going to make it to first, and we'll see how they score it. So 2 down. Brian Serven next up for the Blue Jays. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Swings and misses. That's strike 1.
What makes him special is a lot of pitchers lose movement in their stuff the deeper they go into a game, but he's just different. We see plenty of break in his pitches, even when he's running a little low in the tank.
Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Back now in Toronto. We go to the 8th. Now the left fielder, Luke Raley. Now a fly ball to right center. Kiermaier sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. And there's one down. Now it's the right fielder, Mitch Haniger. Ground ball left side. And that's just foul. Base is empty, 1 away. And we're at the top of the 8th. And it finds its way through for a hit. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Here's Josh Rojas. On the ground to first, could be 2. Over to Bichette. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it. Bottom of the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier. Castillo back to work. Just missed.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Backed off the plate that time.
So what we're seeing is a lineup that's just out of sync with the pitcher. They're guessing wrong, and their timing's off.
That one misses. 3-1 now. George Springer hitting on deck circle. And a pitch. There's a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Well, it might be time to dig into that bullpen. He's looking a little fatigued to me.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. And the batter is George Springer. Strike one.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Kiermaier on the go. Pitch misses in. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
And he bunts, but that's foul. Strike two. So the tying run at second. Runner on the go again. Here's a high chopper. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. So now it just comes down to situational hitting to get the tying run home. They've got a really great opportunity to do that.
Bichette stands in here, takes ball one low. Nobody out. The tying and go-ahead runs are aboard here the bottom half of the eighth inning. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Now 2-0.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
That one misses, and that's ball three.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Gets the call, and the count is 3-1.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
On the ground to third, Rojas. Oh, the throw is high. First and second, no outs. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Double steal. That's in for a strike. Throws it away. And the throw down the line. It gets past the bag.
Wow, this has been a good, tight game so far, but now that error looms pretty large. I got to think that's going to weigh on him for a little while, and unless somehow they can come back and win this thing. Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners if they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
The 0-2. Up the middle, and there's a hit. In comes the runner from third. It's 4-2. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Turner at the plate now as he chases after that one. Wouldn't chase that time. No outs. Runner on second. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2. Man at second. He's trying for third. Bounced up the middle. Crawford. Turner is out. Kevin Biggio with a chance to hit. He's already homered here in this one. And he swings over the top there.
Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. Be a big pickoff if he can push a run across.
And the righty deals. Just misses with that one. Ground ground ball to the right side. And foul ball. One away with a runner at third. Bounce to the right side. The tag, and he's out. It's a double. Third hit of the night for him. Now it's the second baseman. 1 for 3. Gets him to chase after that one.
0-1's the count.
Runner breaks for third. Strike in there. Throw to third, and he's in there easily.
That stolen base right there was all about the jump off the pitcher. He got a nice lead, timed him up perfectly, and was off to the races as soon as that pitcher went home. That's how you want to do it. That excites the entire team over there in the dugout.
Slings to first. They limit the damage here. Back here at Rogers Center, and the batter will be the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. That clips the inside corner for a strike. And that one pulled foul. Righty to the plate. And a ground ball to first. He steps on the bag, and they get the leadoff man of the night. He's 2 outs away. And up next for Seattle, Julio Rodriguez. One down, base is empty. That's to third, and he picks it up in foul territory. This to third. Biggio sends it to first. 2 up, 2 down. And stepping in for the Mariners, Jorge Polanco. Ground ball up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. Man at first. In now is the Mariners DH. Mitch Garver. Hit hard. That gets through. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
A couple of singles back to back. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much.
The tag, and that's the ball game.
It seemed like from the first pitch of this ball game, this guy was going to get it done. A quality start. Who knew he'd throw a complete game and get the victory? But an excellent job of continuing to just throw what the catcher put down. He navigated through this ball game, a jam here, a jam there, but ultimately it was an outstanding outing.
And your final 4-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi saying so long.